Ooh, I wonder, actually, before we get started,
Slack on the rate.
can she do this? Oh my god.
I am disappointed.
Ready to get shooting.
Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt and welcome to Resident Evil Resistance. This is the multiplayer game bundled with Resident Evil 3, and it's a separate download, so make sure you check for that. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Becca. And since the full game is out, we can go ahead and check things out in practice mode if we want to and really understand her skills. But what I still want to do, what I was doing in the other videos, is I want to show you what she's like in practice, in an actual match, so you can understand the things I'm telling you in a more real-time scenario. Sound good? All right, let's talk about her skills. Since we're in the full game, we have variations now. So we'll go over each variation, including each skill. So her first passive is Scavenger. And Scavenger allows her to pick up ammo from enemies that she kills. You can either get a small amount of ammo anytime you kill something, or if you are rank 17, you can get precision, and headshotted enemies drop more ammo. So I would think a higher skilled Becca player would lean towards precision because you get more ammo and you're aiming for the head anyway. Her other passive here is Bullseye, and this allows her to do two things. She can either increase her critical hit chance when her reticle is fully focused, or the one that I like to use is increases critical hit chance when the reticle is not yet focused. I like to use this one because you can keep moving around and keep getting that increased critical hit chance instead of having to stay stationary. Now, if you're somebody who likes playing with the Lightning Hawk, where you gotta reset every time you shoot, then maybe you want the one where you focus your aim. But I like Mind's Eye a lot more because I run around with her with the quick draw, because the quick draw comboed up with her ult is amazing, and we'll talk about it. Her personal stance, or her personal skill, is Sentry Stance, and that makes it so that she goes down onto a knee and she does more damage. And there's two variations there. You can either get in and out of Sentry Stance faster, and then you have increased damage for 10 seconds after you're in Sentry Stance, or you can go ahead into Sentry Stance and your damage gradually increases until reaching 2 times original damage. I haven't tried Escalation yet. They both seem really interesting. Honestly, I would say it depends on your play style. Either way, you're getting a aim boost and a damage boost. And then here is what makes her so interesting, so good, so fun, is her fever skill, Bulletstorm. And it is literally a Bulletstorm. It allows her to shoot infinitely. You don't have to reload. You have infinite ammo, and it lasts for a pretty long time. It's really good. Really good with the quick draw army, because usually you balance out the quick draw because it only has 6 bullets. Well, if you're firing off on Bulletstorm, you can just go the entire time and you'll see it. It also works on special weapons, like the RPG, or the grenade launcher, or really anything. It works on anything. It just doesn't work on grenades. It works on anything that she shoots. And then the variants here include greatly increases critical hit rate while active, or rapid cooldown. In my opinion, I would go rapid cooldown. You might get a lot more good damage in, but it's such a good ult that you want to use it in as many opportunities as you can. So that extra, 90 seconds, that extra minute and a half. I mean, these matches, they tend to only last 15 minutes. So if there's a minute and a half extra cooldown, that's going to really reduce how much you can use it. So I would go rapid cooldown on her ult. Now, with the full game being out, we can also do equipment. We couldn't do this in the beta, and there's 4 equipment slots. And the way equipment works, oh, hey, somebody followed me while I was recording offline. Cool, hello, welcome in. The way equipment works is you have a bunch of different skills that you can equip, and they are of varying power. So you'll see here, start with a small amount of ammo, start with moderate amount of ammo, start with large amount of ammo at the beginning. There's a bunch of different things, and there's different categories here. There's combat, survival, resource, and mastery. Now, what I want to instill in you guys is a philosophy of how to make your characters great. This applies to pretty much any game. So you get this idea here, you can apply it to freaking League of Legends, you can apply it to Diablo, you can apply it to pretty much anything that has skills and gear. So what you want to do, in my opinion, when you have a character who's good at something, is you want to really double down on that. Let's say you have a character who's really good at something but really weak at something else. Instead of sitting here trying to buff up their weaknesses, you really want to specialize what they're really, really good at and really dig it in. And that's how you can get these characters that become the meta. And in a game like this, where it's a team game, I would recommend you really specialize and then hope that your teammates can cover up your weaknesses. That's what's really going to get you rolling. That's what's really going to make it so you are always winning. So in Becca's case, you would want to amplify her guns. So she has a bunch of skills here that are good for that. So you would want to increase the power of your firearms. You would want to increase the critical hit chance of your firearms. You would want to increase the knockback with your firearms. Those are the things I think that would be really, really good on Becca. You can pick all of them, you can pick one of them, but I recommend you pick something out of the gun skills here so that you can really amplify what she is good at. And the reason why I stress this is I think some people think that, well, she's so good with guns already, maybe I should boost up her melee so she's more well-rounded. No. Amplify what she's good at, make her broken, and then you're gonna be great at this game and really any other game that you encounter. So I think these biocores are a really good opportunity to show you neutral damage. So I want to show you damage numbers between sentry stance and non-sentry stance, and I think a really good way to do that is a biocore. So let's take a look here. Bam, 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 bam. So about 231 on the regular hits and then 347 on the critical hits. And now let's go into sentry stance here. And now this isn't the one that doubles up all the way to 2 times power, but rather the one where you get that 10-second boost of power. Now in sentry stance, we're getting a bunch of 441s and 294s. So I would say what, 231 to 294, and then 347 to 441. If anybody in the comments wants to do the math, you can go ahead and take a look at that. But it's still a pretty nice boost, especially if you're going to sit here and really pound into this thing with a special weapon or her ult, which I'm going to show you as well. Now right here is when you're going to love Becca the most. You're by yourself, your team's distracted, you need to take down a whole core. You ain't got much time left. Here you go. Go into sentry stance. No one's around you. Press your ult and roll, baby. This is where she's amazing. Look at, she's clearing a whole core. And then some.
Stand idly by.
That's why you love the quick draw on Becca, or any special weapon, but she can just pour and pour and pour and pour. Now something I want to talk about with Becca is if you go ahead and play Becca and you play with the quick draw, you're in a really good position. You might even wonder, why would I go ahead and choose anything other than the quick draw? Her ult makes it so you don't have to deal with the 6 ammo cap, and it's so strong as it is already. Why would I pick anything else? Something to talk about that wasn't really as big of a deal in the beta, which is a much bigger deal now that people like Oswald Spencer are in the game, is that these other guns, well, they might not do as much power, they can shoot for a long time. And you see how I can just lay into this camera here? The reason why that matters, especially if you're assisting a January, is if you're popping into a camera like that with a really, really, really fast weapon, even if you don't disable it all the way to the point where, he has to fix his camera, you can stun the cameras doing that. So if he starts shooting at you with a really scary gun, like a machine gun or the sentry gun, really whatever he has, you sit there and you start pouring into it like that, the gun won't shoot. You can basically stop him from mowing down a teammate if you have a fast firing weapon. The quick draw's not so good at it, but this gun right here can just sit here and pop, 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 pop. It's also taking down damage, but it's also making it so the person controlling the camera can't do anything. And then you end up breaking it, and then it's stunned for even longer.
Let's do this.
So just something to think about when you're playing as Becca. It's really tempting to only go quick draw, but since she's already replenishing her ammo so well anyway, you have a couple of extra credits to spend potentially on another gun. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go into a match, and I'm going to show you how to play her. So you can actually see it in real time. Practice mode's fun, it's great for learning, but I want to show you how to play her in a real-time scenario, and hopefully we can get a good game in here. We have a good meta here right now, or not a good meta, a good comp. We have Valerie, we have Jan, and we have Martin. Honestly, 3 of the best characters. If I were to pick my best team so far, just what I'm thinking of in my head, probably going to be a Val, probably going to be a Martin, probably going to be a Jan, and then probably a Tyrone. That's what I would probably do. Maybe Becca, if you want to go ahead and have that ult available to you. But this is pretty good comp we got going on. Jan's so good on the cams, Val's so good with everything, Martin's so good with everything. So I think we're going to be good. Rank 4 in net. So yeah, we're probably definitely going to stomp her. I'd be surprised if we don't. So let's see what we can do here. I'll try to show you a little bit about Becca. Hopefully we get a quick draw army right away.
We never meant for this to happen.
New map. Let's do it.
What's going on here? This is crazy.
What's going on? Ooh, quick draw army right away. That sucks for them. So since I got the quick draw right away, I'm actually going to buy a green herb so that I can take more hits, not become a detriment to my team. I am not going to run melee on her at all. If I find a melee weapon, I'll pick it up just in case, because we don't have anybody running melee right now. So that could, that's all for Martin. We're not running any melee right now, so that could pose a problem later. But again, it's rank 4 in net, which means she hasn't even had a chance to start customizing her deck yet. So I'm not too worried about it. So we just got to go find our pieces here. In terms of map guides and all that, maybe we'll get there at some point. But right now we're just trying to buzz through here. I've played this a bunch on stream. Twitch.tv/SwingPoynt is where we do our streams. If you ever want to learn more strats, talk video game with me, watch this game. We've been playing a ton of it. There we go. And again, my current get out here is doubling up on what makes her good. So I have ammo damage. Now I don't have all my equipment slots unlocked yet, but I'm doing more ammo damage right now. And once I get a fully leveled out Becca, I'm gonna have increased damage, increased crits, increased knockback. It's gonna be great. And the way your equipment works is the higher level your character, the more equipment points you unlock. So it's kind of like The Last of Us, honestly, where you have a certain amount of points that you unlock, and then once you reach that max, that's all you can work with. But it's a little bit different because it keeps climbing in this game, and I don't know what the max is. Now you might be wondering, like, why aren't you using Sentry Stance more? Sentry Stance, I believe, is a very situational thing because you sacrifice your mobility, and mobility is such a big deal in this game. You don't want to sit here and be stuck, not being able to move around. So like I can go around, do this, and like if I want to take out a trap or something, make it a little bit faster. Sometimes I'll Sentry Stance if I'm really trying to plow into a camera too to help out Jan. But really what you're wanting to do, oh, I'm going the wrong way. Really what you're wanting to do is keep your mobility up, be the gunslinger, and pick your opportunities. Sometimes if you're in the back line,
This is gonna be good.
you can use that as a chance. Oh. You know, he's playing a net like he's Daniel, which isn't good. He's controlling too many zombies. And control the net zombies don't do well. Granted, this one is eating a lot of hits. There we go. Well, let's go here, team.
Let's go.
Something with this map is a lot of times one of the relics spawns right next to the exit, so keep that in mind. That's what just happened to us. We were running around looking for it, but it was right by the exit. So, it's the thing.
I'm surprised.
So my ult's already ready. I'm gonna double down on my quick draw here, though. Just get a lot of ammo. Be ready. I already, like, she didn't really hurt us much, so I still have 3 herbs here. I can't even buy a grenade. Should have bought a grenade. Sometimes yellow herbs are really good on Becca as well because she does so much damage. Something to consider. Well, let me get moving here and just start clearing for the team, make it so she doesn't have time to set up. I'm surprised Jan didn't pop her ult. Maybe she did and I didn't notice. So we got to go find Yorick. He's gonna be around here somewhere. And once we find him, we'll be good to go. But yeah, I'm expecting this to be a pretty chill match. You see traps on the ground, always watch your feet. I tend to not touch them as much anymore in the full game because they're way more scary. They do way more crazy things. And now that Martin's around, he can disable them. He just walks up to him, which is really nice. Also, if they're manually detonating, ooh, is that a healer around? If they're manually, oh, I found Yorick. She's gonna take me down here because of this. Well, unless she whiffs. Perfect. Okay, well, it's a good time for Yorick. Or for my ult. I just pour into him. Stun, 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 stun. Oh, dog got me. I should have shot the dog, I guess, but there goes my ult. But usually a really good way to take down Yorick is just to pour into him like that, because you can constantly stun him then. Look at that. He's pretty much dead already. Perfect.
But the virus will still be eating you.
Look at this dog. The berserker dogs are crazy. Look at that. When you get a berserker dog, they tend to be a little more, I'm going to jump on you. So it's pretty good. And this one really loves me, and my team isn't around. Hello, anyone? Hello? I have the objective. Can people help me? Jesus. Okay, well, let's go find the objective. Oh, Martin picked it up. I thought I picked it up. Okay, well, good. I'm glad he has it. You can totally go bail on me. Never mind. I could have swore I picked it up. Well, good. So, in that situation, we would have been able to mow down...
William,
oh, boy.
help me eradicate all trace of our past, and then I shall also lay you to rest.
It's harder to play door games with him. Oh, safe room. I want flashbangs. Bye. I don't have anything. Oh, boy. There it is. Well, I can't help you anyway, so you're just gonna die, I guess. I'm not gonna get there in time. Sorry, fam. Yep, you're dead. Sorry. So, Birkin can pulverize, and it's really hard to knock him out of it. Mr. X, you can kind of shoot in the head. I guess what I could have tried to have done there was wrapped around and then try to shoot him in the eyeball. Gotta hit him in his shoulder.
Easier to end this.
But it's pretty tough, so I usually don't do it. I just try to hit him with a grenade or I bail so I don't become an easy target. But maybe I'll try it. If she does it again, maybe I'll try it, because it seems like a pretty easy net. One thing to know is that you actually can kill them. It's really rare, though. You can look at the stats. You look at the stats in this game and how many Birkins are summoned and how many are killed. When I looked last night, there was like 405,000 Birkins that have been summoned already in this game on the global stats, but only like 240 of them had died. So it's pretty tough to kill them, but you can do it. So like right here, I'm sitting here. Go ahead and take this down. Wait for Jan, make it easy. Going into sentry stance did more damage.
My trigger finger is tingling.
But as you can tell, I haven't been using sentry stance a whole lot. I haven't really had a good opportunity. We've been kind of buzzing around here too quick. But I'm going to show you her ult in the final area, and it's going to be really nice. There we go. In terms of what I'm going to buy here, I mean, again, this net's really not pressuring us. She's playing too much like Daniel. Controlling zombies is great, and you do it as a net sometimes, but don't do it all the time, because she's all about buffing. Even if you're in a net that hasn't reached rank 5 yet, so you can start customizing your deck, you don't want to be controlling everything. You still want to kind of play to a net strengths, which is buffing and overwhelming. Daniel's good at controlling, so let Daniel be the controller, you know? I mean, yeah, I think we're good to go here. I was gonna go Lightning Hawk, but I already bought everything up, so just go do it up. And I can destroy an entire ult. Ooh, this map. So in case you don't know about this map, it's kind of like the lifts in the beta map, except there's only one lift, and it's in the middle, and it's way more forgiving, so that's kind of cool. So I see it up there. I wonder if I can shoot from down here. Nope. Something you learn about... Oh, you coming, Martin? Come on, Martin. Something you learn about some of these guns is they do have a drop-off. Not only in how far they can shoot, but also in how much damage they do. So that really fast SMG only shoots so fast. Ooh, okay, so... Well, there's a blinding flash. I'm gonna try to help clear here. Grenade would be good, but I can also just do this. And just run through it all and help the whole team out. Clean everything out with her ult. Except I'm getting chomped again. I don't really know what anyone else is doing on the team. It just seems like a really weird match. Like, they're just kind of hanging out. I had a bunch of people behind me, and now they're, like, going back down. I don't know. So I guess I'll take care of it, guys. Don't worry. These berserker dogs are nuts. Here we go. Perfect. So just like that, I cleared out pretty much the whole area by myself. And now I'm just going to sit here and pop in. Do some damage. If we have time, which I don't even know if we will, I'll try to use my ult on a red canister. But we're kind of clearing her a little too fast here.
You will not destroy them all.
Alrighty. Well, let's go run on around here. Hey, it's Birkin. Cool.
Help me finish this.
Oh no, this Martin's picking on him. So, if somebody gets grabbed, I'm not going to save them, because I kind of want to try to shoot his eyeball and see how it goes. Are they doing the next objective, or is it? Looks like, oh, it's over the top here, so we could go do it, yeah. Ooh, boomers! Blow them up before they blow you up. Her dogs are mean, man. Did you? Oh god, no, 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 no. Come on, grab her. Oh, I want to see if I can shoot him in the eyeball. So this is good. I might be able to use the ult because we're taking time here. Wow, he's whipping bad. I will say, he is kind of hard to control, Mr. Birkin here. That's one of his best attacks because it has such a long reach. I recommend using that a lot. Also, if you're playing as a net, if it ain't working out for you, they're gonna grab me. If it ain't working out for you as Birkin, leave. Cancel him early. Because if you cancel him early, there she's popping in here. I'll try to go on to the next canister here. I'll get ready for it. They're clearing it. I want to see if I can show you guys an ult on a canister again. But something with the net is that if Mr. William ain't working out, cancel him, because then he can respawn faster the next time when you have a better opportunity or something like that. That's just something to keep in mind with him and with the net. I know this is a Becca video, but if we're sitting here in a pretty chill environment, may as well take advantage of that. Okay, let's do it, chat. Sentry stance going in. Bam. Oh, come on. G. There it is. And now I can just handle this. Oh, and she's enhancing me too. Look at that. It's disgusting. I'm still shooting. It's so good. It's so good. Oh no, we're going down. Okay, well, then go open the gate and then I'll pop back in. Sorry, this net match is so womp womp. But this is their first match. You can tell they're learning. A lot of people are going to be learning. What's really interesting is if you look at the stats of this game, I talk all the time about how I feel masterminds are going to get their butts kicked by survivors that know what they're doing. The lowest win rate out of any of the masterminds is 65%. And it's a net. So it would make sense that it's a net because she's the one you have to deal with first and you can't really customize her for a while. But it's a net. And she has a 65 win rate, which means that she's still winning over half her matches. And that the best win rate on Survivor is like 29% on Martin. And it might be crawling in each direction. Masterminds might be going down, survivors might be going up as people learn. But the best win rate on a Survivor is 29% on Martin. My Martin has like a 70% win rate, so I'm kind of confused how the stats are the way they are. But again, you can look at the stats in your own game. You just go into options, RE net, and do world stats, and you'll see it. It's really interesting. And you can also look at your own stats too if you log into Capcom. So food for thought there as we sit here and talk about what this game's going to look like in the future.
So selfish?
Hey!
4 lives against all of humanity?
11-11, make a wish. So this is Becca. Hope I taught you some things about Becca. Hope I instilled some good ideas on how to play Becca. The match that we were in, it was pretty basic, but you know, some of your matches are going to be pretty basic. I will say that once you play against survivors or masterminds that are a little more skilled, they have more customization available to them to make it easier for them. Watch out and make sure you keep moving. Make sure you work on helping Jan with the cameras as Becca because she's got all that extra ammo anyway. And nail your headshots. So this was Becca. I hope I instilled some good ideas, some good philosophy on how to play her, understand her better. We stream every night, 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/SwingPoynt. And if you guys want to see any other videos from me, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. We are going to do a Martin video for sure. And I'd like to do masterminds eventually. We just got to make sure the mastermind queues aren't ridiculous. But again, I stream every night, 10 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Links in the description. Hope to see you there. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy this content. And I'll see you guys in the next video that we do around here.